I am sorry, guys. In the middle of my recording, my boyfriend decided to call, and if you guys remember, I said that my new recording device is my phone. So every time someone calls me, my phone cuts the video off. So, that asshole! Anyway, where was I? The Laurel Lance's Earth 2 doppelganger calls herself Black Siren, and if you guys remember that name was mentioned at least once. I don't know if it's been mentioned any other time besides this one time, but it has been mentioned at least once in the Justice League animated short. Remember the Justice League cartoon? They had a two-part episode titled Legends, which mainly paid homage to the Golden Age Justice Society of America, and a mini homage to the Silver Age Justice League of America. And the members of the Justice Guild of America were the Streak, who is the leader of the guild, possesses super speed, Catman, who is a master martial artist, Green Guardsman, holds a power ring, Tom Turbine, genius intellect, there was a mascot named Ray Thompson, and also the only female member of the Justice Guild of America was Black Siren. And, hang on. Each of these members kind of resembled actual characters from either the Golden Age or the Silver Age. Like, for instance, the Streak kind of resembles the Golden Age Flash. And, Tom Turbine kind of looked like the Golden Age Atom. And also the Golden Age Hourman. And, the Green Guardsman obviously resembled the Green Age Green Lantern. Which was also the fact that he had a weakness of aluminum, which kind of paid homage to Alan Scott, who had a weakness against wood, which is pretty funny. Catman is supposed to be a combination of Wildcat with the personality of Adam West's live-action Batman. And no, it's not like the Batman villain Catman. It's a whole different Catman. And of course, Black Siren is supposed to resemble the Golden Age Black Canary. Her actual given name is Donna Nance, which is actually similar to that of the original Black Canary, Dinah Drake Lance. So, yeah, Black Siren in the flesh. We only saw Black Siren in a cartoon. We never even saw Black Siren in the comics. She only existed strictly for this Justice League two-part episode. And it wasn't even a real character. It was pretty much like a make-believe thing. But the fact that Black Siren actually not only made a debut in live action. I think by far this might be one of the only ones. With the exception, of course, Harley Quinn. Because remember, Harley Quinn, she didn't start out from the comics like every other person did in DC or Marvel. You know what I mean? Usually they first start out in a comic book. And then they go on to like animation shows and movies. And then live action movies and shows, right? Harley Quinn and Black Siren, they did not. Harley Quinn started off on the Batman animated TV show. She started off there, and then she got brought into the comics, and then later on brought into live action TV show and movies, you know what I mean? Black Siren started off in the Justice League cartoon, and now she's making her first debut ever outside of that. She's not even in the comics, and she's making her first debut in live action, which is pretty cool. It's pretty effing cool, in my opinion. But anyway, Barry pretty much confronts her, and, Black Siren does get the upper hand because she freaking, like, does her sonic scream at him, and according to Harry, if someone goes over 200 decibels, it could kill a normal human being. Black Siren's sonic scream toward Flash was at least 250 decibels, and he was just on the ground like this, like, ah, and all that shit, right? But as she's getting the upper hand, she ends up monologuing, right? Which is pretty funny with most villains. When they monologue, something's bound to happen. Which is the actual truth here, because she gets the upper hand from Flash, like fighting the Flash, and when she's monologuing, she ends up getting hit by a car that was driven by Wally, because Wally found out, Wally pretty much overheard Barry, because earlier on the request of Joe, Barry as Flash tried to talk to Wally into not, going into the whole vigilante shit on his own because he might get killed. And during all that, Barry gets a message from the team saying, oh, the metahuman's at it again, and he ends up saying out loud the location, and Wally heard it, and he actually, followed. But anyway, Wally ended up hitting the Black Siren with his car, which is like the funniest shit in the world, because she was in the middle of monologuing, and I laughed so hard when I saw that shit. But, Wally pretty much saves the Flash's life, and apparently the reason why he's trying to do all this is because he's trying to help out the Flash and help out everyone, help out Central City, because he wants to repay the Flash. He wants to show the Flash that he was worthy of being saved. Because he even told his father at one point that he felt like he needed to show the Flash that he was worthy of being saved, because he was the guy that... It was really emotional, because he's like... Wally kept complaining, he was a guy that steered away from his dying mother. He's a guy who pretty much stole people's cars by racing them, and you know what I mean? And other bad things. And he wanted to be a better person to repay that debt. He wanted to prove to the Flash that he was worth saving despite all the bad things that wrong choices he's made. And I get that. I understand that. And also the fact that, he's calling Central City his home now. He wants to protect it too. So I kind of see why he's doing it and all that stuff. But at the same time, I kind of see not only why Joe's worried. It's not because only, it's his son. It's because he's not a metahuman. As far as we know, he's not a metahuman. So he could get killed. It's an army of metahumans. He could easily get himself killed within seconds, right? And we don't know if he's a metahuman. We did see him and Jesse get knocked the fuck out when Barry turned into that big lightning thing, right? With the whole particle accelerator. But he has shown no signs of being a metahuman, so until he actually shows some signs, it is too risky for him to be doing that shit, but I do understand why he's doing it. And I commend him for that shit. But anyway, in order to fight against Laurel Lance, the team creates a sonic amplifier to not only deal with Laurel Lance's doppelganger Black Siren, but to deal with all the Earth 2 metas, by creating some sort of sonic amplifier to tune into the frequency of Earth 2 natives. So, like, I don't know all the mumbo jumbo, but apparently, like, Earth 2 people have this different frequency than Earth 1. And, Cisco figured that out and decided to make this sonic amplifier thing to use to knock all Earth 2 metahumans out using this frequency, because it only hurts the Earth 2 people. And of course, Harry created, like, these little these little headphone things to protect him and his daughter, right? Because they are both from Earth 2. And, unfortunately, Barry's needed to help create this sonic amplifier, so he can't go after Black Siren after she has been, has been found to be targeting another building filled with a shitload of people. So, in order to distract Black Siren, Cisco comes up with the idea that him and Caitlin disguise themselves as Reverb and Killer Frost, respectively, to kind of, somewhat distract Black Siren while they try to do the whole sonic amplifier thing. At first it worked, up until, Black Siren pretty much did a little test on them. She, like, took, like, a little pipe from the ground and threw it at, Cisco. And he caught it in his right hand, and she immediately knew that it wasn't Reverb, because she said, Earth 2 doppelgangers are complete mirror images of their Earth 1 counterparts. And the reason why she knew when Cisco, caught the pipe is because Cisco caught it with his right hand. Reverb is a complete mirror image, and that means Reverb is a lefty. So the fact that he gave himself away, so they tried to run away, and they were cornered, and she was about to attack them. But the cool thing was, Vibe, our dear sweet Cisco, actually used his powers to blast her across the room. Unfortunately, that was like a one-time thing. I think that was based on adrenaline. Hang on for a sec, okay? My bad, guys. The actress that plays Caitlin Snow on The Flash, I just saw her on Law & Order SVU, like, right now. What episode is this? Hang on. Law & Order Special Victims, Season 6, Episode 19. It is her! Anyway, sorry, it's the same actress that plays Caitlin Snow, and she's on this episode. Anyway, yeah, like I said, it was a one-time thing, Cisco using his powers like that, blowing, Black Siren across the room. And as that's happening, Barry's running around, right, around Central City, creating like a barrier, so when, the sonic amplifier goes out, it bounces off of him and into the city, right? Because he pretty much creates a barrier, so that sonic amplifier bounces off of him and just goes through the entire city. And once that happens, all the Earth 2 metahumans are rendered unconscious. And unfortunately, Zoom managed to create a breach and escape Earth 1 when all that's happening, which leaves Black Siren and everybody else unconscious. And there was also a moment where the headphones that were on Jessie stopped working, and she started, saying it hurts and all that shit. Harry is such an amazingly good father. He took off the headphones off of him, put it on his daughter, and he ended up unconscious. And I was like, oh, what a good father. But anyway, Zoom does escape, unfortunately, but every Earth 2 metahuman that Zoom brought, basically the entire Earth 2 army, metahuman army that he brought, including Black Siren, are all unconscious, and Barry was able to apprehend every single one of the Earth 2 metahuman army and put them in their little particle accelerator prison thing. Everything's all good. Zoom has seemingly disappeared and all that shit. And they end up having this party. Barry, his dad, Joe, Iris, Wally, Jesse's there. I believe Cisco, Caitlin are also there. And Jesse's there. I think the fact that Jesse's there is funny, except Jesse's there and not Harry. But I'm only guessing that Harry's still recovering from, the whole unconscious metahuman sonic boom thing going on. But, like, they're all celebrating Henry's permanent stay on Central City. Unfortunately, that is very much short-lived, because Zoom comes out of nowhere and kidnaps Henry in front of the entire team. Well, and Barry races after them, and that actually, unfortunately, reveals to Wally that Barry is the Flash, because he pretty much zooms out of there right in front of Wally. And, Zoom takes Henry back to his childhood home, Barry's childhood home, right in the very place where his mother was murdered, and straight up kills Henry Allen in front of Barry. And I was in utter shock. I cried like a fucking baby. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Henry just decided to stay permanently in Central City to be with his son, only to be killed in the same exact place and spot his wife was killed, and he was killed by a frickin' speedster just like his wife was. And in front of his son... Zoom! Bastard! Oh my god. But anyway, oh my god, that was my reaction rant. It's official, Henry Allen is dead because I saw the preview. I'll probably get into more detail, but we saw the preview. There is a funeral, so Henry Allen is dead. And we all know that Wally did see Barry race out of that house, so he knows Barry is the Flash now, so... I don't know what's gonna happen. But anyway, the season finale is most likely next week, so I'll see you guys in the next one. This is my reaction rant to The Flash Season 2, Episode 22, titled Invincible. Peace, guys.